To this breaking story, we cross live, in fact, to our reporter Lopang Alamu, who's at the Tshwane Home Affairs. Good afternoon, Lopang. It's over to you.
Good afternoon. So what we understand to have happened here is that two suspects have currently been arrested, one in Marshalltown in Johannesburg and another here at the Home Affairs in Tshwane. What you will notice right behind me, there is the car that is used to take one of the suspects. We'll just try and find out what exactly occurred here. We do know that they are alleged to be involved in fraud and some kind of extortion. So the Deputy Provincial Commissioner will be briefing us to just let us know what happened here today and on what charges the suspects are being arrested on. So we'll just move in closer as he starts to brief us at the moment. It seems they're ready to start. Okay, start, General. Give us a brief in terms of what's really happened today.
Okay, good afternoon, colleagues. Good afternoon to the viewers at home. Why we are here today is because of the incident that took place in the place called Lodiam, under Tshwane district, where the victim was at home and she was approached by 6 males and 1 female. She was taken to the police station in Pretoria West. She was there for a few hours being questioned that she is not supposed to be in the country. She does not have papers to be in the country. She was later detained by those 7 females, so the 7 males and 1 female. When they arrived to the house, they introduced themselves as SABC police officials. So she was detained for being undocumented, and the investigation was taken over by the provincial organized crime under Brigadier Kopane, standing next to me. And then the following day, the victim was taken to the airport and she was asked to go back to her country. But when she was still at the police station, she had a large amount of money in her bag, and also the cell phone, and those properties were not returned back to her. And they were also not entered in our registers, where we keep registers for the people that are arrested. And then this morning, the team again from provincial organized crime, they went to Johannesburg, where they arrested 1 official from Gauteng Traffic Police. They also came to Tshwane to arrest an official from Home Affairs. This came after a thorough investigation by the team. Remember that if the team is working on those dockets, they're also linking up with the NPA, the prosecutors. So the prosecutors decided to issue the warrant of arrest. That is why they are arrested this afternoon by the team.
Is there a possibility of more arrests, maybe, in relation to what we are seeing here today?
Yeah, there were few warrant of arrest that were issued. The team is still going to continue with the operation, but I must say that one of the suspects is already inside on another cases. So the warrant of arrest is going to be executed inside the prison. I'm not going to mention the name of the prison, but we expect more arrests. But from the police side, I just want to say that it looks like this is not the first case happening. We are requesting the community of Gauteng, if this has happened to them before, to come and report the matter to the police.
The issue of extortion, General, are you charging them with extortion, and how much did they want?
For now, the prosecutors guided us that we must charge them for kidnapping and also the malicious damage to property. Remember, when they came to the house, they also broke the door. and also theft in respect of the cell phone and the large amount of money that was in the bag.
General, do they only target those they assume are undocumented immigrants?
If we look at the modus operandi, it looks like they are targeting those that are running the businesses around Gauteng, those that are coming from outside.
In general, it's quite concerning seeing people who are meant to be lawmakers and also set an example to the community being arrested for such alleged crimes.
Yeah, it's very disturbing, but I must say that Gauteng, we have arrested a lot of our own, as alluded by the provincial commissioner before. We are also arresting some other government officials involved in the crime. But it's very disturbing, I must say.
All right, let's also speak to Home Affairs spokesperson. So thank you very much for your time. Your reaction on what has just happened?
No, as Home Affairs counter-corruption, we are very pleased by this kind of operation, joined with organized crime, to arrest one of our own, to show that indeed, if involved in crime, this is what is going to happen. So definitely we are very pleased that one of our officials is able to act unlawfully and be part of those joint organized crime, which he did. That's why today we're able to execute him and arrest him. We're very pleased as a department. Yes.
Well, there you have it. I'm going to just move away from the Home Affairs spokesperson. So just to give you an idea of what the charges are, they have been arrested in connection with kidnapping as well as fraud and damage to property. So what we understand now at this point is that preliminary investigations show that some law enforcement officers are involved in a syndicate that targets, at this point from what we understand, undocumented immigrants. They then threaten them using the name of either the Gauteng Traffic Police or the Home Affairs names, and then they extort money from these victims, and that is how that syndicate is run. We understand that there have been 7 males at this point and 1 female. So we also do know that the general just told us that more arrests in this matter are imminent. He has, however, also called on those who might have information or those who've been victims to this particular syndicate, where they extort those who are undocumented in the country without going through the whole process, hoping to gain some monetary incentive from these unsuspecting victims. Rather, I think for now we'll wait to speak to the general just to get a little bit more information if we can, as well as the spokesperson of Home Affairs. I think we'll take it back to you in studio for now.
All right, thank you very much. That's SABC News reporter Lopang Alamu, who's at the Home Affairs offices in Tshwane there. Breaking news that she's been bringing to us of officials who've been arrested for targeting undocumented nationals. It seems this is their modus operandi. It's a syndicate they've been running where most of these undocumented immigrants are then asked for money. But beyond that, it seems they're being charged for kidnapping as well as fraud. She'll probably give us a summation a bit later on in the day.